Well, hi to everybody out there. See, I didn't say g'day y'all this time. I just said g'day y'all.
Yeah, you did.
I meant to say hi. So hi everyone. See, I didn't say g'day y'all. There again, I sent it again.
You
See
did.
that? Okay. All right. We're going to have some fun today, and we're in northern Kentucky. This week has been beautiful.
It's
actually.
been a beautiful week.
Beautiful week, and the blue sky. It so pains me people can't be here at the Creation Museum and the Ark. Well, pray the Lord will open that door. Well, today we're using our backup videographer. She's an amateur, so if things shake and it doesn't do as well, don't complain, okay? And I'm just trying to encourage her right now with that. So she's doing a great job right now, as far as I know, but I can't even see it. Leanne, you're our zoo manager.
Yes.
We're gonna enrich chickens.
Yes.
Enrich
chickens.
Enrich chickens. Is that what they do before they send them to Chick-fil-A?
No, no.
Okay. All right. I think I said the wrong thing.
Yes, you did.
All right. We're not at the Ararat Ridge Zoo. That's the Ark. We're at the Creation Museum Animal Encounter area, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Take it away and enrich a chicken.
Okay. So
I have no idea what that means.
So both at the Creation Museum and at the Ararat Ridge Zoo, we have enrichment programs in place for all of our animals. So what that means is every day or every other day, depending on the species of animal, they each get some form of enrichment. Now, enrichment is just a big word for basically saying just giving them something different throughout their day, either something physical or something to challenge them mentally, just to keep them active and healthy.
Can you imagine? They're spoiling chickens.
Yes, we're spoiling chickens. So we tried to encourage through enrichment natural behaviors. So with chickens, if you guys have chickens at home, you know that if you let them outside, they like to peck around in the ground looking for bugs and things to eat. Well, here, one way that we encourage our chickens to forage for their food is we'll use these nice little AstroTurf mats like this. Just some AstroTurf. You can see it's got some chicken feathers in it already. They've been used before. And what we'll do is we'll put some mealworms, some dried mealworms on them. So Heather here is going to put some
dried mealworms. That's what my wife is getting me for dinner tonight.
Oh, yummy.
Dried mealworms. She's stewing them up with vegetables.
We have a couple of zookeepers that like to eat the dried mealworms.
They do?
Yes.
Hey, you know what? You can buy them in the gift store.
You can.
At the Creation Museum.
Yes.
I've seen them. They have little boxes of dried mealworms.
They're better when they're chocolate covered, apparently. So here we have...
I'm sure they're better when they're chocolate covered.
Yes, chocolate makes everything better. So here we have Rocky, one of our Malaysian Saramas. And the goal with this is to kind of make them work for their food a little bit, kind of peck around. They'll also get their feet in there and kind of scratch, just looking for a nice treat. So as I said, this is a foraging behavior. So all of our animals, when we give them enrichment, we're trying to give them things that encourage behaviors that we would naturally see in that species. So foraging is one of the enrichment categories we use here at
Do you know what the problem with this, Leanne? You're making people watching this hungry. Do you
realize?
All the kids are hungry out there now. You're feeding all these beautiful mealworms to chickens and wasting them on chickens?
I know. I will say these are chicken quality mealworms. They're not. The box actually says not for human consumption.
They're not people quality mealworms.
They're not people quality mealworms. They're chicken quality mealworms. So we'll give the chickens get enrichment usually about 3 to 4 days a week. So they'll get things like foraging mats as well. Heather here has been trying to get them to play a piano. They're kind of terrified of it.
Play a piano?
Yes. Yes. Get on it.
They probably play better than I do.
I doubt that. We don't really have any that like to get on the keys yet, so we're working on that. We'll also give them hanging things. We'll hang up heads of cabbage for them to peck at. Just a variety of different things to just keep them busy throughout the day, give them something to do.
You know, Leanne, when I was 4 years old, I remember saying to my mother, I want to see 4 chickens eating mealworms at the same time. And now my life's ambition is filled.
You know, it's great. Our guests, typically during the day, when we're open for business, we'll do some of this enrichment throughout the afternoon so guests can come out and see some of the fun things that our animals get to do. So you guys are getting kind of a treat to see what we're doing day to day. So even though the zoo, even though we're closed, we still have to take care of our animals here at the Creation Museum.
And I think, you know what people really do understand? I'm being serious now, okay? So now you can believe what I'm going to say. I'm going to be serious. All right. But actually, you people really do look after the animals here at the zoo, and you're all trained. You know what you're doing, and we look after them very, very well.
Yes.
So what other animals are we going to enrich today?
Okay, so next we're going to enrich our alpacas.
We're going to enrich alpaca.
So we have different categories of enrichment we use. We just saw a food
We need people to enrich Answers and Genesis right now because we're closed to the public.
We do. We need some enrichment.
We need some enrichment with those green things. You know those green things?
Yes, the green things.
If you want to send us some of those green things, you can go to our donate page to do that. Okay.
So we saw some food enrichment over there, and this is what we call environmental enrichment. So this is something we place in the animal's habitat or environment. So our alpacas here, because they are from South America, but they live in the mountains where it's a lot cooler, they get quite warm here in Kentucky. It's a very warm day today, and they haven't been sheared for the year yet, so they've got pretty thick fiber coats on them right now. So one of our alpaca's favorite forms of enrichment is a sprinkler.
A sprinkler?
A sprinkler.
Okay.
Yes. So
it's so hot here today, I think I might run through the sprinkler.
Yes, I want to run through the sprinkler. We'll have Leanne turn on the sprinkler. We'll see if the boys get up and come over. We have Alfonso and Rico here. Maybe a little bit less.
Well, they saw it come on. What are they going to do? They're looking at it.
They're considering it.
They're considering it.
Turn it down a little bit.
The temptation is too great. Wait a minute, you're going the wrong direction.
The wrong way.
You got to come over this way.
So our alpacas are probably some of our most difficult animals to provide enrichment to. They tend to be a little bit tentative, are very unsure of something. So sometimes when you're trying to enrich them, they just get scared and won't come over.
So are they intelligent?
They're very intelligent animals, but they are a herd animal and also a prey animal. So you add something new to these guys' environments, and it takes them a little bit to decide to warm up to it. Normally when the sprinkler comes out, they're right over here in the water playing.
Maybe because we're here. Is that causing a problem?
Maybe. So we can actually go down to our miniature donkey, Ella, and we'll come back and maybe...
We'll go down and enrich the donkey now, and then we'll come back and see if the alpacas are playing in the sprinkler.
We'll see if the alpacas decide to play. So here we have some environmental enrichment. Ella, our mini donkey, is going to get some novel enrichment. And novel just means new. So it's new items, new things for her to check out. So today she's actually got some dog toys and some kids' toys she's going to get to check out today. Our donkey's only slightly spoiled.
So dogs' toys and kids' toys.
Dog toys and kids' toys.
Okay.
So, Leanne, you want to come over and show us what she's got? Okay, so today we've got...
Oh, look at that.
We've got a squeaky cow. We've got a squeaky chicken. She loves the chicken. We've got a soccer ball. And we have a little kids like rolling toy. So we'll see. We'll see what she does.
All right, which one does she like the best, I wonder? Well, the kids can tell me which one they think she'll like the best.
Tell us which one do you think she'll like the best.
Oh, she doesn't like the chicken. I don't like chicken either. My wife has to flavor chicken. If chicken tastes like chicken, I can't eat chicken. Okay, she sniffed it.
She's looking for food.
Oh, so that's what it is.
All of our animals here, they prefer the food-based enrichment.
She likes that one the best. Look, because it moves.
She's rolling it, yeah?
She likes that one the best.
Ella here, I know we did a painting with Ella. Well, Ella loves to chew on things, she uses her mouth to really investigate and check things out.
She definitely likes that one the best.
She really likes that one.
She's trying to eat those little ducks.
She thinks it's food. Once again, our animals love the food-based enrichment, but we really want to give them a variety of items. We don't want to just give them...
So you don't just give them food all the time?
No. And we don't want to give them the same enrichment item all the time because then it just kind of becomes part of their routine.
Oh, look, she's come over to the complaints department.
She's coming over to the complaints department.
Okay.
She said, why did I not get food today?
So what's the problem, Ella?
What's the problem, Ella?
No food? Okay. Would you like to complain? You can complain here. Okay.
You going to complain?
Tell them it's not fair. That you don't want to play with toys, you want food. Yeah. I know. That's what you're saying. I can see it. Yeah. All right.
So,
she's put in her complaint.
She's put in her complaint. So this is actually good. So every time we give an animal some enrichment, what we'll do is we'll actually observe them. We'll take a couple minutes and watch them with the enrichment. And so we can kind of give it a grade to how successful the enrichment was. So
I can see the one with the sprinkler was really successful today.
Yeah, that gets a 5 today.
they're now actually looking at it.
They're looking at it.
Yeah, they're actually looking at it right now.
So I have all of my keepers evaluate enrichment on a scale of 1 to 5. So 1 is they interacted with it. All of our behavioral goals were met. A 5 is that they avoided it or were afraid of it. So I would say the alpacas,
today the alpacas
are currently
got a 6?
Yeah, they're pretty much at a 6. Ella, she's probably at a 3 because she checked things out but wasn't really interested in actually playing with anything.
They're getting a little closer. They're edging closer.
They're inching. Maybe by the end of this they will be
Okay, so what else can we...
Okay, so next...
Is it snowing?
Yes, it is snowing.
There's all these little white flakes coming down. It's blue sky and it's 79 degrees. It can't be snowing.
Yes.
It must be from the trees, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
it's the blossoms coming off the trees.
Okay, here I thought it was snowing.
Okay, so the next enrichment we have is actually some animal training. So animal training is also a form of enrichment for our animals because that's how we're helping them, we're working their minds, we're helping them learn new behaviors, new things. So we're actually going to go over to our goat exhibit, and Heather is going to do some station training with Eustace.
We're going to train goats.
We're going to train goats.
I do not believe goats can be trained at all. Goats are goats. You can't train a goat. All right, let's go and see what they're doing.
So we'll go over to Eustace.
Hey, what's wrong with you guys?
See, they're standing in the water.
The sprinkler today? Hey?
They just want the water on their feet apparently today.
Okay. They're not even talking to me today. They're just looking. All right, the goats are talking. Let's go and see what the goats are doing.
Okay.
I'm not even sure goats even know what they're doing.
So here we have Eustace. Eustace is our mini La Mancha.
Oh, he's well trained. I can see that.
He is super well trained.
Yeah.
He really wants. He thinks there's something over in the petting area for him. That was the chickens enrichment. So Heather is going to use.
He's jealous of the chickens.
Good boy. So what Heather's getting him to do is basically put his front feet on this red station mat. There you go. And every time that he correctly does the behavior, she's going to give him a treat. Eustace gets a little bit excited when it comes to training, so we have to make sure he focuses. There you go. And so you can see every time that he doesn't put his feet on there, she's not correcting him or anything like that. She's just redirecting him to what he needs to do to get the treats. So we use this method of training that's very positive.
So if I go and put my foot on that red thing there, do I get a treat?
Sure, if you want if you want one of our petting zoo treats. I don't.
Okay.
It's kind of like.
Is it worse than mealworms?
I don't know. They're very crunchy. They'd be very dry. So Eustace here is one of our smartest goats. He's figured out how to.
He's incredibly smart. He's able to stand on a red thing.
Well, he can open gates too.
Oh, he can open gates.
He can open gates. He's figured out how to open gates with his mouth. So also jump out of things he shouldn't jump out of.
All right, he gets to know. Put my feet on that thing, and I get food.
He also has figured out where the treats are. So poor Heather's. Yep, and he also knows how to dance as well. So we actually started training this behavior when we had goats that wanted to jump up on us. So we tried to put that jumping up on a cue. So instead of putting their feet on us, they just stand up in the air, basically. Heather, can you get him to dance again?
Okay, we're going to see a goat dance. Oh.
And that's a natural behavior for goats. Out in pastures or in the wild goats will get up on their back legs like that and get leaves and branches off of trees. So.
Hey.
Oh.
Miss Videographer. Turn around. Look, the alpacas are getting closer to the sprinklers.
Alfonso has decided that perhaps this isn't so bad after all.
Maybe. They're getting closer. And now we'll frighten them away. So
this is typically with an enrichment item, we want to leave it in with a couple for a couple of hours with the animals, because sometimes at first they're a little bit shy about it or scared of it, and then they'll warm up and check it out and investigate it and realize that they actually do love it. When it gets really hot, these guys will just come over and stand by the hose over here, asking us for a sprinkler, basically, or to even hose down their legs. Sometimes
we'll they actually have that behavior that they want that?
They want that. They'll come over. If they see you over by the hose, they come over and want to be hosed down. So.
You are. That alpaca reminds me of me when I'm swimming in cold waters. You know, put your toe in.
You gotta put your toe in.
And then put your second toe in.
Yep. Step by step.
All right. So does the goat do anything else?
Heather, do you have any other behaviors?
Is that what we're going to do for today with the goat?
We're working on spin.
The goat can work. The goat can walk in a circle.
Yes. We're working on spin. Okay, now that you're on camera, you're not going to do it.
Now that you're on camera, I want to do it. Did it before. This is how you train a goat.
This is how really the goats have. Really, the goats are training us, if we're being honest.
Yeah, the goats are training you.
Yes. Yes. He's good at dancing. Okay.
So you spend a lot of time with the animals doing this. So
yes.
Any other animal enrichment today?
Yes, we have our last enrichment for today is our wallaby, is Boomer.
We're going to enrich the wallaby.
We're gonna go over to Boomer and enrich him. So his is probably my favorite enrichment we're going to do today. So Boomer,
and we've done many things with the animals. You do all sorts of things with them.
Yes.
You vet check them. You you feed them. You give them exercises.
Yes.
You enrich them. You give them toys.
Yes.
You make them work for certain things.
Yep. So all of our animals get great care here.
Okay, let's see what do you have there, Leanne?
Okay, so today Boomer is getting some browse. Now browse is basically just some tree branches today. So he's getting some willow today.
Willow.
Willow.
Okay.
This is willow.
Does he like willow?
Yes, he does. So today we're actually going to put it in his pool. So he has to kind of reach into his pool to get it. We'll see if he comes over or not. It's kind of warm, so he may come over and interact with it. So wallabies in Australia are very much browsers. So they will browse on trees and bushes and things like that. So he really, really enjoys getting his browse. He gets a lot of mulberry, willow like today, bamboo as well, and sometimes he'll even get banana leaves from the gardens as well.
And right now, Boomer's more interested in the food in the basin.
He's interested in eating his dinner.
We're going to see if Boomer will come over and attack the willow.
Attack the willow. He was looking at it through the fence so longingly earlier. But I try to always find a different and unique way to present even things like browse. So we actually have some PVC pipes in the ground in here so we can stick browse down in it, kind of make a mini tree for him. Sometimes we'll hang it. We have some cables in here we can hang it down from, so he has to reach up and pull it down.
I got news for you, Leanne. Boomer doesn't want the willow right now.
No, probably if Leanne takes the willow over to Boomer, he'll probably be happy with it. He's enjoying the shade right now. It's very warm today. So typically the wallabies, when it gets warm like this,
they'll go and get in the shade and lie down. And,
so they're active when it gets warm, usually first thing in the morning and then again in the evening.
So maybe Boomer will come over and get the food later.
Boomer will come over and get the food later. But yeah, this is a great, once again, another good food enrichment, foraging enrichment, kind of like what we did with the chickens, but specific for wallabies.
Well, there we are. So we've done some interesting animal enrichment. We enriched a chicken.
Yes.
A donkey. We tried to enrich the alpacas and sort of had limited success.
Yeah, I would give that a...
And then the goat.
Yes.
And the goat was very enriched.
The goat was very enriched.
Oh, there's Boomer. Look.
Oh.
Here we come.
Here he comes.
Look. It worked.
It worked. Up. He pulled it over. Good job, Boomer.
Didn't do it until he was off camera and then realized, okay, the camera's gone.
I feel like every time we do a video with Boomer, he waits until the camera's off and then does what I want him to do.
There he is.
So he will he'll eat the leaves off of this first, and then he'll actually strip the bark off too. So he'll eat pretty much everything on that.
Is that right?
Yeah.
The leaves?
Leaves and the bark. it's actually also very good for and healthy for his teeth. So not only is this a natural behavior for him, it actually helps keep his teeth and gums healthy and strong.
You know, that's the amazing thing. I think a lot of people come to the Creation Museum and the Ark Encounter and come see the animals and go to the zoo. They don't really stop to get all of this and take all of this in and to know what goes into this and how much you look after the animals and enrich them. And of course, we're making the area here much more interactive for families. And then down at the zoo, we have our animal active stage, and there's going to be much more interaction there.
Yes.
And I think doing these animal encounters every day and talking to our zoo staff, I think this is going to give people a much better appreciation for what we do here with our animals, and we use them for teaching programs.
Yes.
So that's why when you come to the Creation Museum and the Ark, when we open again, you need to spend some more time. Spend some time, and any of the zoo staff they run across when they're over here, they can talk to, right?
Yes.
And they can ask questions of.
Absolutely. If you come out to the zoo here at the Creation Museum or go down to Air Out Ridge Zoo at the Ark Encounter, feel free, if you see a zookeeper and you have a question, please ask. We love to answer guest questions and teach people things that they maybe didn't know.
Well, Leanne, that's been another fun program, and appreciate all that you guys do here, and appreciate your management and leadership here as well. And I know the staff all love you, and so do the animals. How about that? So that is really great. So come and meet Leanne at the Creation Museum or the Ararat Ridge Zoo at the Ark. I mean, you spend time between both, right?
Yes, I'm between both.
Because she looks after it all, and then we have various staff that specialise here at the Creation Museum, others down at the Ark. So with that, we're going to say goodbye from another beautiful, sunny, lovely, gorgeous day in northern Kentucky.